Good morning. It is Monday morning. Hope everybody had a great weekend. I'm Jimmy, your astute tourist. Welcome to Monday Morning Live and a Cup of Joe. We do this every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday at 6 a.m. We start the day with the best sip of the day, which let's start that now. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. This is a hot, steamy cup of coffee. And it is hot. Right out of the coffee maker for sure. How is everybody doing? I hope, like I said, I hope everybody had a great weekend. I know I did, even though it's been raining here in the Northeast. Lots of rain. Was cool in the 50s. I woke up this morning, though. It's probably at least 60 degrees out. Let me look at my let me look at the temperature here. But we did have a rainy weekend, a lot of rain. I was able to get some things done on Saturday, but it's 55 out, which is doesn't sound warm, but that's warm for the mornings here right now in New England. But I hope the weather is good where you are. I'm not sure what it's supposed to be today. Let's see. It's going to be windy, and it looks like the sun may come out around noontime today, which is good. It's been raining here off and on for a week and a half, almost 2 weeks. We could do with a little bit of sun, some sustained sun for a few days. But good morning to everybody. Let's go right over to the chat. We'll say hello to Mr. Tranquillo. He is here. He's doing the sailing thing, and hopefully he's playing his guitar. And you've had a good weekend. Good Monday to you. Sharon is here. Good morning, Sharon. How are you? Thank you for coming in. I hope all is well in South Georgia. Jen Cohen is here. Hi, Jen. How are you, my friend? Thank you for coming in. Stickers should be on their way. You should get them in a couple days. So I mailed them out either Thursday or Friday, whichever day that was. I can't remember. Whole weekend in between now. But Shirley is here. Good morning, Shirley. How are you? Glitter bombs to you, my friend. She's saying it's -5 there. Burr is right. Burr is right. Everybody's saying hi to everybody. Yes, Sharon, it is. It's May Day. It is May 1st. Happy May Day to you all. I remember as a kid, May Day was kind of a big deal when we were in school. We'd have a May fair, and it was a lot of fun. I think maybe when I was in elementary school, they did a lot of things. Jen says it's 39 degrees in northern Illinois and raining. Brr. Yeah, we've been getting that rain as well. Oh my gosh, it's warmer here than it is in South Georgia. That's unusual. Good morning, Scott. Lone Cross is here. Good morning, my friend. How you feeling, buddy? You feeling better? Hopefully you're starting to feel better. It's been a little over a week since you had your surgery. I hope all is well. Things are healing up, and you're feeling better. Shirley says, yeah, May Day was celebrated years ago. Yeah, we did. We did that. I'm trying to remember back. We did all kinds of things outside. Gosh, it's hard to remember back that far, but I can remember like pony rides and all kinds of events like games and things like where you would win prizes, almost like a carnival. I don't remember any rides per se, like the Ferris wheel or anything like that. I think it was a little more low key, but Shirley says, last May 1st, I got my sketchbook for $3. I was so pleased. That's pretty good. Have you gone through all the pages in the sketchbook? I imagine it must be full of some cool sketches by now. It's a whole year. Sharon says, good morning. She's asking how Scott's doing. My mother is here. Good morning, Mom. 65 degrees there in Central Florida. Oh, that's good news, Scott. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad that the pain's going away. Good to hear that, my friend. Shirley says she has a few in there, few sketches in there. All right, so let's do a little business. So you are tuned to the Astute Tourist channel. Don't forget to like and share the stream, and if you are not subscribed to us, make sure that you do that. Everybody here is, but we can always use the thumbs up. That helps the algorithm. If you want to comment on the live as well after the fact, that certainly helps us with the algorithm. I haven't been paying too much attention to the numbers, our own numbers, although we did hit a milestone last week. I think it was last week. We hit 1,300 subscribers, which I'm very happy and proud and appreciative of everybody who's really gone out and supported our channel. It means so much, and it's because of you guys. I appreciate you. So Jen has a joke. Why can't you trust the king of the jungle? Because he's always lying. I gotta get that sound effects. I need some sound effects. The drum roll, or the what do they call that? That's called a rim shot, right? A rim shot. I used to have some apps that had that, but that's a good one because he's always lying. I like it. So my iPad's dead. Needs a new battery, apparently. They want $100 to replace a battery in that. Can you imagine? Isn't that crazy? $100. Although I spent like $700 on the thing. I'm surprised though. You just take it for granted it will last forever. But I use my iPad a lot. I used it a lot when I was performing live. I have all my songs in there. Sharon's asking, how was my weekend? All right, well, let's talk about the weekend. The weekend was good. Friday night, we didn't do too much. I came home, did a few things around the yard before the rain came. And I was working on the dogs' run. They have a fenced-in dog run. And then Saturday before the rain. So we got some rain over Friday night, and then it wasn't raining. And then so Saturday morning, I woke up and I did some work on the Tiki Bar. We're getting that ready to have our opening hopefully by Memorial Day. Possibly a soft opening prior to Memorial Day, but hopefully we'll get that done. And then Saturday night we went out for dinner. We went to celebrated a friend of mine's birthday, and we went to a really good seafood restaurant. It's called Surf. It's in a town called Nashua, New Hampshire. Nashua. Here in New Hampshire, we have a lot of towns that are Indian words. Nashua being one of them. And we went to this restaurant called Surf. And I had we had some oysters on the half shell, and Colleen had some salmon. I had haddock, clams, shrimp, scallops, and was that it? Yeah, I think that's it. I got a little, they call it a fisherman's platter. And delicious. And it is scallops. That's how we pronounce it. It's not scallops. It's scallops. A-L-L, all. I pick on people when they say scallops. Good morning, Dawn. How are you? Should I say good day to you? Things are looking good. I really liked your video on with the castle. Very cool. Let's see. Everybody's saying good morning, good morning, good morning. Sharon says her weekend was wet and off, on and off, crazy weather. Yeah, it's we're gonna have some wind and some rain here this morning, and then um, by noontime, I guess the sun's gonna come out, which is good. So Dawn says Mr. Jimmy's iPad needs the optician. It does. My poor iPad. I love my iPad, and I usually use it here in the morning so that I can look at the stream. Jen says yummy. It was really good. It got high reviews. This restaurant called Surf, and it was awesome. It was delicious, and they do all kinds of seafood. We'll definitely be going back. I'd never heard of it, but my friend, he had his 60th birthday, or I'm sorry, 61st birthday. He comes into the chat every now and then. That's Sean Heffernan. He's known, we call him Hefty. It was his 61st birthday. It actually was yesterday, but we celebrated Saturday night. And Sean entered the RVing family. He bought himself a birthday present. He got himself a 35-foot Class A RV. So now we can follow each other around with our RVs. He had a small one, but he's really stepped up and got himself a nice Class A. I see the signal sucks again. I don't know what's going on. It's good. It's not. I can see it's a little blurry. I'm looking at my phone right now, watching. It's going to be 73 and cloudy here in South Georgia. My mom, she's crying. Rub it in. I saw the hailstorm. There was the news showed a poor cow was out there, and it was getting hit with big pieces of hail like that big. Poor thing. Why don't they bring the cow in? Poor guy or girl. But my mother's crying, saying rub it in, because I'm talking about seafood. So my mother is born and bred New England, just like me. And she lives in Florida. And I often boast about the seafood here in New England. It's the best in the world, and that's the fact, Jack. Best seafood is cold water seafood, oysters, clams, steamed clams. They're like fantastic. Of course, hard shell lobster and the haddock, and you can't get haddock in Florida. You can, but it's not the best. Comes from here, and it's frozen and whatever. It's not fresh. And the seafood here is the best, and I'll continue to boast that. Don't get me wrong, they have good seafood in Florida. Shrimp down there is really good. And the mahi, some others. But if you want cold water fish, come to New England. It's the best here. So sorry to rub it in, Mom. But I'll enjoy it. I wish I could send some down here and have it be as fresh as it needs to be. But I'll definitely tell Sean happy birthday. Sean has been a friend of our family since I was a little boy, since we were both little boys. Scott, he is a New Englander. He definitely agrees with me. Right, Scott, it is. It's the best in the world as far as I'm concerned. I've had seafood, at least in this part of the world, the north and southern hemisphere. Been to Mexico. I've had the fish down there, and it's not bad. But it's all warm water. And the cold water up here definitely has something to do with how tasty the fish is here. It's so good. I have 4 cats, so Mew Beginnings was perfect. My mom says it sounded like a machine gun, the hail. They live in a double wide, so I bet it did. Hope you didn't have any damage. Let's get over that hurricane business. Hurricane Ian wreaked havoc on them down there. When we were down, and I think I talked about it before, when we were down in Bonita Springs and Fort Myers in that area, they're still dealing with it. In fact, I talked with my best friend yesterday. He was at the beach on Saturday, I think, his last day, because he's lives in Colorado, and they drove back. Or no, it was Thursday he was there. Took him 3 days to get out to Colorado, but they're out there now. But he said they're really slow with getting things fixed, and we're not sure why. I don't know if it's a supply issue or they can't find the help. He said the crews are really small. They're like 4 or 5 people on a crew, and that's it. He works in construction, and he says it's very odd. Don't know if there's money involved or if they're having trouble getting supplies or getting the help. It's crazy, but looks like a war zone for sure. I'll be working on some videos. Mr. Tranquillo, I said hi to you earlier, but it's good to see you, my friend. Thank you for coming in. Shirley agrees. She says fresh fish is good, and you get the same cold water fish that we get here, and there's nothing like it, right? Shirley, do you like lobster? Good morning, John. The Gaylors are here. How are you, my friend? Thank you for coming in. Good to see you. I appreciate you guys coming in, getting up early or staying up late, or not sure. Do you work at night, John? Do you work at all? Are you retired? Why do I think you're working late? Maybe I'm thinking of John from J&N Travels. John works for the government. John Ciarcia from. Oh, you're disabled. Okay, John. It must be I'm thinking of John Ciarcia from J&N Travels. He works for the government. Jen says lobster is my favorite, right? It's so good, honestly. When it comes to that, when it comes to seafood, I think we're spoiled here. Spoiled here in New England because it's abundant. Good morning, Billy from Bama Nola Lawn Adventures. How are you, my friend? I hope you had a good weekend. Hope you didn't have to work over the weekend. How's the weather been down in your neck of the woods? So it's funny. So your neck of the woods, kind of, when I think geographically, I have a friend of mine contacted me on Friday. Very good friend of mine. In fact, he was a drummer in a band I was in for many, many years. His wife and himself live in Alabama now. And he works for a company. They manufacture, they sell drones, and like big drones, like, commercial grade drones, that kind of thing. Fixed wing drones, and ones with the quad propellers and that on them, like the ones that we use for video content creating. But so he's at the FDIC, or he was at the FDIC conference, which is the fire department. I think it's fire department instructors conference, something like that. But it's a big conference where they have classes, and a lot of vendors go there to sell their wares and show the latest and greatest technology for use in the firefighting business. So drones are becoming a very effective tool in wildland fires and locating people. They use infrared technology on the camera, and you can find folks that may be lost in that. Anyway, so he contacted me Friday, and he said, I got to tell you a story. He was he was in Indianapolis with several of his coworkers, and the company he works for rented some Airbnbs. I think they rented two of them. And when when he when he pulled up in his Uber in front of the house that they were renting, he was a little dismayed at the neighborhood he was in. Let's just say that. It didn't look like the greatest of neighborhoods. And being from Boston, um, in this area, and Scott, I'm sure you can relate. It looked like one of those neighborhoods around Beantown that you just don't go to at night. So anyway, they went to the conference, and him and a coworker were sitting out on the front porch having a well-needed cocktail on a Friday night or on a Thursday night. And he heard what he thought was, in his mind, it sounded like firecrackers or um, bottle rockets, because he heard this whizzing go by them. He could hear it. And he could hear this pop, 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 pop. And his coworker, the two of them were sitting there, and they finally realized they had to hit the deck because it wasn't bottle rockets at all. It was gunfire. They hit the deck, they crawled into the house, and minutes later, they heard in the distance that faint sound of sirens, and many sirens. And when they came out, there was a poor soul that was shot in the street. Was a victim of a drive-by, and he never experienced anything like that, which I'm sure none of us have. I'm usually there after the fact at these types of things. And the poor man, he had to call me up and tell me. He said, he was like, Jimmy, you wouldn't believe what happened. And I felt so bad for him. Um, it's something that he's never experienced. So that was in Indianapolis. So, but he lives in Alabama, and he said that after that event that evening, they packed everything up and they went to a hotel, and they got out of that neighborhood for a good reason. I don't blame them. Um, so I'm glad that my friend and his colleagues are safe, and kind of scary for them. I don't know what made me think of it was just because Alabama's down in the southern part of the country. So my weekend consists of having off on Sundays. The weather was nice. Awesome. Very good. Viable Solutions, I'm sorry, is here. Good morning to you. Thanks for coming in. Haven't seen you in a while. I do have to shout out to Dawn. Thank you, Dawn, for posting our business stuff. And I appreciate that. She's posting our PayPal link where you can help support our channel. There's many ways you can help support us. PayPal is probably the best because 100% of the proceeds go right to the channel. We don't have to share anything with any companies. You can get some merch. We have awesome coffee mugs and T-shirts there at the Spring Store. Scott says, I know those neighborhoods, right? Living around Boston, we certainly have them. Up here in New Hampshire, we're starting to get some like that too. Nashua being one of the towns in Manchester. A lot of crazy people around. My mother says my brother will be arriving in Florida on May 13th. That's awesome. I'm happy for that. I'm happy for you guys. Is he traveling alone, or is his wife going to be with him? There's shootings almost every night, right? It's crazy. It's crazy. Bad people. Yeah, so that was Mom, that was John from the band. Um, he's doing good though, so he's okay. My good friend Bob Autry is here. Hi Bob, how are you? Hope you and Deb are doing great. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Don says, join Mr. J, gets access to memberships, perks, astute. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. That's right. And Jen is our newest, Jen Cohen is our newest member to the channel. And I'm trying to figure this whole membership thing out. I want to do members only videos. We're going to do all kinds of perks in that. But for now, if you do join the channel, we'll send out some stickers and that. Jen should be getting hers soon. But we appreciate it. All the support, like I said, does help us support the channel by being able to, if you're a content creator, it costs a few dollars in equipment and that. Mostly for me, it's these little devils here. Let me get these here. These little things here, these SD cards. These, and then I have, let's see if I can show you one of these too. Maybe not. This little, oh, it's in the way. Hold on. Sorry, Viable Solutions has been very sorry. I dropped in a few mornings ago, but you just had finished, unfortunately. I'm sorry about that, but look, busy's good, and you come in when you can. We appreciate it. So this is a external hard drive, and if you are a video content creator or a musician or anything like that, you know that takes up a lot of space that we don't want to put on the computer. So your support helps us with equipment like that, so that we're able to save all our content and have it for the future. So SD cards, those hard drives. Plus, we also donate money to some charities. Helping Hands for Cruising being one of them. I'm just looking at the chat. People are saying, good morning, good morning. Bob says, big cities are not safe. They are not. Even the little cities now, Bob, are starting to become a little crazy. There's a few here. That's why I live in the suburbs. Would not want to live in Chicago proper. No way. And I've been to Chicago a couple times, and it's a fine city, but it's really going to heck, isn't it? It's really going to heck. I've been there a few times for fire department conferences, and as a tourist, it's awesome. But I have a good friend that's a retired captain on the fire department there, and he took me around to some of the areas that you would not normally go as a tourist, and you want to stay out of there in the evening for sure. My brother's coming by himself. Awesome. Thanks, Jen. So Jen's our newest member, and she says, join me. All the cool kids are doing it. And you're right. All the cool kids are doing it. I need to make a trailer to be a member. And if you don't mind, I'll use that tagline. All the cool kids are doing it. Good morning, Paul. PSV, Paul S. Vines, PSV Odyssey is here. Thank you for driving and listening. Just be safe out there, my friend. I always give a shout out to Paul and Miss Meg. They're fantastic supporters of all of us here, our family here on YouTube, and they always do listings on Facebook and other places, other social media spots of who's going to be live streaming for the day. So I appreciate all that you guys do for us, and I don't know what else we can say. It's very, very, very much appreciated. So We appreciate you, and of course, Miss Meg. So thank you, sir, and you drive safe. Let's see. Bible says, little tip for you, mate. Best not move an external hard drive around when plugged in. Okay. I have a hub that has the buttons on, the on and off buttons, but I didn't know that, so I'll definitely take that advice. I am computer illiterate. I know enough just to get myself in trouble and mess things up. I thought I could, speaking of that, the signal that you're getting is a little fuzzy. And I thought I could make it better. I bought a booster. And it's right over there. It doesn't work. The next thing I'm going to do is, and I don't think I can do it. I have a Mac. They say to plug directly with an Ethernet cable into your router, but I don't think I can do that with my Mac. So I don't know. I got to investigate more. Let's see. Detroit must be a tough place to live. Detroit is a mess, as far as I know. It's been a mess for several years. The fire department there, they those poor folks, they deal with probably several fires every night. Um, since the automobile business kind of crapped out, Detroit was Motor City, right? Had a lot of car factories there, automobile factories. So when they kind of left Detroit, there were a lot of vacant homes, and people were going in, vagrants and transients, and they were burning the houses down. They still are. And those folks on the fire department there, they work their butts off. A lot of nice homes too, beautiful old homes from probably built around the turn of the century. Um, but right, Jen? Yeah, that is a good tip. I didn't know that. I will definitely heed that. I don't want to ruin anything, lose any content. It's important. You work hard to get all your content. And you folks don't always see the content that we get. We get way more than we can put out, and that's on purpose. That sounds like New Orleans, shooting every day. Most is drugs or gang related. I think a lot of that is too. I guarantee that poor soul that lost his life in Indianapolis the other night is probably just that, some sort of gang related thing. Macs are good for when it's raining. Yeah, some people don't like Macs. Um, I'm okay with mine. I only use it for what we're doing right now, this and my editing. So um Bible says best thing to do with a Mac is sell the bugger and get a PC that is 3 times more powerful. I have a lot of friends that tell me that. The Canadian fishing musician, I don't know if you're familiar with him, but he was like me. He bought a Mac. He thought it was the greatest thing, and because that's what we heard, and now he hates it. And mine's not the best either. It does some crazy things, but it's all I got for now. So you need to support the channel so I can go out and be able to get a PC that's 3 times faster. So that's me. That's my shameless plug. Um, you need a hub or an adapter for it, right? Of course. It's all about the peripheral stuff, right? You need uh, headphones, and you need the cords, and you need the hub, and you need. It's crazy how they get you. And if it's not a proprietary type device, it won't work with the Mac. Sons of guns. What can you do? I learn as I go. Sometimes I learn some nasty lessons, but hi, Bernay. How are you? Good morning to see you. Good morning to see you. It's good to see you, and good morning. I've been a little crazy with allergies this weekend. Yesterday, I wasn't feeling that good, and I'm a little stuffy right now. My eyes are puffy and burning. It's that time of year. It's getting me. So that's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. Got a question. I just purchased a GoPro. Can I transfer the videos to my phone, or do I have to use a PC? That I'm sure you can. Let's see. Let me look at mine. Now I have a 7. So there's a little, you should be able to transfer them to your phone. There is a place where you can plug in a cord. But I don't know. That's really, I can't answer that for sure. Maybe some others out here, they're probably better, definitely better at it than me. Sharon has a question for anyone wants to answer. Does anyone in chat have trouble with strangers walking up in your yard and walking off with stuff out of your yard? I don't, because I live in a pretty rural place and it's pretty safe here. But I pity the fool that tries to steal anything from my yard and I find out about it. And I'll say nothing further on that. But I pity the fool, is all I can say. We're a bunch of rednecks up here in New Hampshire, and you don't mess with us. And Dawn says they'll have to come miles to find me, right? You live, talk about rural. Bernie says, oh gosh, I'm behind putting videos from last year, too busy traveling. Traveling's not a bad thing. It's awesome. Good for you. I want to be able to travel more. Viable says, I just built a PC, new PC, only second time I built PC, but oh my God, this thing is powerful and fast. It's easier to build than people think. Also, great sense of achievement when it's done. I've been told that people are saying you need to build your own. Now, I don't do games on my computer. I have a PS4 that I use, and I don't do much gaming, but I would use the PC for what I'm doing right now in editing. So that's definitely an option. I may have to look into something like that soon. John says, I have cameras, but we don't put anything outside that we want to keep. I save everything, John. Everything that I do, sometimes you make a mistake and you'll hit the play, the record button, and you get a couple seconds of stuff. I don't save that. But everything that I have, and I do a lot of B-roll, if you're familiar with B-roll, I save all of that. For one thing, it's for prosperity. And the other thing is that I may use it. I may go back and find that I want to use it. So producing shorts seems to be pretty good for me. I've been doing some shorts, but most of the stuff has been on my phone. And I have a ton of stuff that I could put out that I've actually videotaped. And I have it all on my external hard drive. So, Sharon, the area where I live, they used to, until one of the neighbors persuaded them not to come in our neighborhood. Right? Same here, Billy. Paul's saying good morning and hello to everybody that said hi to him. Donna's sharing out Bernays' link. If the GoPro has a memory card, just put the card into the phone. That's true too. Yeah, mine has a memory card. You can see here on the bottom where the battery goes. Let's see. There's the light. You can see this this little black spot here. That's where the SD card goes into it. So Viable is definitely the person to talk to about that, not me. Shirley saying dandelion tea helps. I'm assuming that's with my allergies. Yeah, it's crazy. The allergies are they're going nuts this year. And the CPAP that I'm on. Okay, so now this thing's gonna mess up. I'm trying to share some comments, and of course it's gonna mess up. The CPAP that I use. There we go. Yes, all the allergies have my hands peeling and itchy. Throat is sore and eyes are bad. Yep. The CPAP makes my voice hoarse. And I have a humidifier and all of that on it. And since I've been using it, I just don't get it. I went to the doctor. Doctors don't know. They're just people. But he's going to have someone look at my vocal cords because I used to be able to sing. I performed in a band and I can't sing anymore since December. Not good, but what can you do? I've got a few people that are coming up in my yard stealing stuff out of my yard. I don't know what to do except call the cops, but the cops said they couldn't do anything. Maybe get a camera and at least be able to film them. What is it they're stealing? Can you store that stuff away and lock it up? Don says we still don't lock car doors, windows, or anything here. I live pretty far off the main road, so people would be hard pressed to come down here, but they could where I live. But like I said, we have cameras, and if I catch anybody, they're going to be sorry, is all I'm saying. Always build your own. It's cheaper and no cheap parts go into it. If you do, mate, give me a shout and I'll talk you through it, through the build. I would love that. Yeah, I'm going to look into it because I like my Mac, but I don't know, it's just it does quirky things. And I don't use it for a whole lot. I like solitaire, but that's the only games I play, right? Like I said, I have a PS4. I do play games, or I used to. I haven't played them in a while. I play RPGs. Any gamers out there, you know what I'm talking about, role-playing games. Those are my favorite. I just don't have time. I really don't have the time. But yeah, games are fun. And again, I don't use them on my PC. They take up so much space. Like I said, content creating, all of that, all of those videos and sometimes the music that I write, it takes up a lot of room. That's why I have them external hard drives. I'm going to need a new one soon. I have 4 of them. 3 of them are completely full. Let's see. Where am I? Sharon says, Gaylors, I've a moped I can't bring inside, but I got it attached to a pine tree where they can't walk off with it. Well, that's good. You need to lock that up, right? Yeah, Shirley says sleep apnea is not good. No, it's not. Shirley will remember back last fall and into the winter. Man, I was doing my live streams. I couldn't remember anything. I was tired. I just brain fog. I'd be trying to talk. I think Bernie, you were around then too. Dawn as well. And man, I was struggling with my memory. I thought I was getting Alzheimer's or something. And turns out it was a sleep apnea. So so I fixed the apnea, but now my voice is messed up. Go figure. But what are you going to do? I'd rather have my memory intact and not feel tired all the time. Jen, I've had my moped stolen. I've had kids' bikes stolen. Anything that's not nailed or locked down will get stolen. That stinks. Sorry to hear that, Sharon. Yeah, that's the theory, Viable. That is definitely the theory. She lives in South Georgia. Not picking on South Georgia, but there's some places down there where um, it's just rampant. There's not enough cops around to try to help. That's why I said maybe a camera. If you can afford to get a camera, Sharon, um, you may see a trend where it's the same people taking your stuff. 15 up in here. Smash that like button. Awesome. Thank you, Shirley. Will I be sharing my new songs? Not until I can sing. Not until I can sing. I lose my voice very quickly, and it's embarrassing. I'll be honest. It's not the same as it used to be. It's frustrating, and in a way it's heartbreaking because I've been a musician my whole life, and there's a song by a band called Rush. It's called Losing It, and it's about people that have a certain talent and then they hit a certain age and they lose it. It's kind of like a writer getting writer's block, but lasting indefinitely. Like a dancer who can't dance anymore because her legs hurt and she doesn't have the stamina. That's actually part of it in there, part of the song. And I'm afraid I've reached that point in my life. It's sad, but I don't let it ruin my day. Sharon says viable. You got that right. I'm thinking about getting some electric fence, putting it on the highest voltage, right? I mean, if the cops won't do something, you need to do something. Bernie agrees. You got to get sleep whenever you can. And me getting up at 5 a.m. every day, I have friends that make fun of me. They're like, "You go to bed at 8:30 every night?" I'm like, "Damn, I surprised 8:30. Sometimes it's 8 o'clock. I get up early and I can't." How high do you have the humidity on that? I have mine set high and my wife is lower. I use a tank a day. So I use almost a full tank each night. And I think it's on 60 or 65. Does that sound right? Oh, maybe that's the temperature. But I increased the humidity and I was getting the water was coming in the tube. I could feel the water in it. So I had to cut it back a little bit. So I don't know, John. I don't know. That's why I tried increasing it, but I was breathing the water. I mean, literally. You could hear it gurgling in the tube. Yeah, South Georgia, right, Sharon? You need to move up here. Although winters suck here. Bible says, Sharon, go the whole hog and put some spikes in the ground. Dig a moat around your property and put some landmines just as a last cause. All right. There's never enough cops. There's really not. No, those folks are working hard too. And I'm sure they throw their hands up in the air sometimes because they just can't. People are murdering each other and everything. These guys are working, guys and gals. If you have a phone, set it up to record from a window on time lapse, and then you can slow down the replay. It's a good idea, Dawn. Sharon says, I love your way of thinking. Oh, right. No, I didn't think of that, Dawn. But yeah, you and I have talked about that before. So Dawn is a dancer, and her health does not allow her to dance like she used to. I've watched videos of her when she was young, and she's a great dancer. It happens, right, my friend? It happens to a lot of us with certain talents. How many more things to do to make your joy? On a serious note, get some glitter bombs and paint dye bombs, and when they come near your property, they will be tagged. So that's a good idea too. Have you seen those videos where the porch pirates steal like a package, and these really creative folks will put a glitter bomb in there, and sometimes even a camera. They put a camera in it, and the people open the package and they get a face full of paint. That's crazy. I have a heated hose, Bob. I have a heated hose. I have a humidifier. I have all of that, and that stuff's not cheap either. Thank goodness for my insurance. So there you go. The outside camera should help. At least you'll be able to maybe identify who they are. At least show the cops, and maybe there's something they can do for that. Scott, you got that right. Go to your local Dunkin' Donuts or coffee shop. That's where you'll find a cop. Jen, that's when we need the rim shot. Oh, I know what you mean. I do. I know what you mean, my friend. I kept getting the water in the tube. Started using a heated tube. No more problems. I have one. I don't know. I'm doing something wrong. I guess I gotta just mess with the controls more. Maybe increase the temperature or lower the temperature. I don't know. Don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Can't help from here, but can give you hope virtually, right? PMA, Sharon. PMA, my friend. Unfortunately, dishonest people are getting more bold. They sure are. Can I just ask on the stream, the voice is out of sync with the video? Is it like that for anyone else? Oh, I didn't know that. See, I don't listen to it, so. Okay, Bob says increase the temperature. Okay, I'll try that tonight. Should I increase the humidity level as well? Both temperature and humidity? Sharon's saying to Dawn, thank you. You're a true friend. Right? You got that right, Dawn. Love it. Nothing like a good laugh. Start the day with a laugh. Start the day with a friendly voice. So the voice is out of sync. I'm sorry, folks. We got a crappy signal here. Why don't we do this? Well, let's get out of here. I'm going to end a little bit early today. So I'm probably about halfway. Yes, probably halfway. All right. So the voice is out of sync. It's this damn signal. So we're gonna get out of here. Let's finish up with a couple of last ones here. Gaylor, get that right. I have people and try and get in my house. When we're all here, thank God I have a machete and I do know how to use it. Yikes. This is what a Mac does. I don't know if it's the Mac or the signal. You could be right, though. Mr. J is speaking slowly for me to keep up, but you guys are seeing him visually in real time. All right, so here's the last joke of the day. What do sea monsters eat? Fish and chips. Ba-dum boom. Good job. Oh, I believe you, Sharon. I believe you. Bob's saying the voice is fine where he's at. Maybe it's not me. Maybe it is not me. Guys, I appreciate each and every one of you. We have 15 up today. And as I do these, I slowly increase the folks that come in. And for the first stream of the day here in Eastern Standard Time, I think that is fantastic. I appreciate all of you guys. Don't forget PMA, Positive Mental Attitude. PMA will save your day. Sorry. PMA will save your day. Start your day off with a positive thought, positive affirmations. Talk to yourself in the mirror. It seems goofy, but tell yourself, I'm a good person. I'm going to have a great day today. I know I'm going to have a great day today. Going to be another successful day for me. When I say PMA will save your day, please believe me, because it saved my life, and it really does work. Don't forget to think about our men and women of the armed services. They're out there every day protecting us. They're on the wall, keeping us safe. And no matter what country you're in, they're there. They're there silently. You don't even know they're there. And they're keeping us all safe and protecting us. So think about them. Also, our men and women first responders, they're there 24/7, keeping us safe and helping us when we're in need. Those people work hard, and it's a thankless job sometimes. So think about them. Don't forget to make a difference in somebody's day. Just smiling at somebody can make a difference. Buy them a coffee if you're in line at the coffee shop. Say hi to somebody. Shake their hand. Give them a hug if they're inclined. Everybody has a story. We know that, and sometimes their story is not a good one. So you may be able to just shine a little bit of a beam of positive light in their day by doing that. So it'll make you a better person for it as well. So make a difference. Don't forget red, white, and blue. If you're from the United States, if you're not, respect the flag from the country that you're from. A lot of folks have put their life on the line. They've given their life, the ultimate sacrifice, to protect that. And it's definitely it's worth more than what the cloth it's printed on. It means more than that. That I look at that flag and it's a lot. It means a lot to me. Freedom, safety, liberty. The freedom to be able to sit down and do what we're doing right now. We can laugh, we can talk about how Macs are not the greatest and I need to build a PC. But there you go, Viable. 16, but only 8 likes. That's right, my friend. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. Hope everybody has a great day today. Dawn's going to be up at 10:30 a.m. EST today. If you haven't been over to Dawn's channel, you need to check her out. She's living in Cyprus over there in the Mediterranean. And she's got a great channel. Her and her husband, they're over there showing you how they live life there. It's their everyday life in rural Cyprus. And she's got some great videos. She'll give you some gardening tips. She's doing a giveaway. Is that still going, Dawn? But she does giveaways. You can get some seeds from her, all kinds of stuff. So go over and check her out at 10:30. The full schedule is up on PSV Odyssey and Paul Vine's Facebook page. I don't have enough time to run over there and give you the lineup, but I'm sure Eddie Lugo's coming up next after our show, somewhere between 7 and 7:30. He always puts about so yeah, John says that Eddie just put up his link for the morning quickie. So he'll come up sometime between 7 and 7:15. So there you go. Hope everybody has a great day. I want you to know that I love and appreciate you guys. I really do. This wouldn't be worth it if you guys didn't come in and say hi to me and enjoy a good cup of coffee or whatever you drink in the morning, whether it's water, juice, coffee, tea, or For those of you that are in a different time zone, maybe you're having a cocktail right now. So cheers to you. The best sip of the day is coffee. That's going to do it for me. I want to wish everybody peace and love from deep down in my heart. And I do mean that. My name is Jimmy. I'm the Astute Tourist. And we will see you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Love you guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.